Welcome back to JMC Live. We actually have our guest April Garris on the phone here, and I'm actually going to have Miranda get the phone situated near the mic. Are you there, April?
I'm here. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
All right, making certain everybody can hear April. For you guys that are interested in what April's doing, we're actually going to post, the links to her sites and stuff, so you guys can get more information, because I know a lot of people have been asking me, well, what is this all about? And I don't know how to deal with this, and I can't do that. But April Garris works with the Pink Cross Foundation. They help people who are in the porn and sex industry. And April, I thought we'd just start out with the beginning of where your life took you. Like, how did you get into the porn industry? And then I want to try and transition towards how you got out. And I thought we'd just start in the beginning and work our way to present day.
Yeah, sure. Well, I got into the porn industry back in 2001. I was actually in it with my husband at the time, whom I'm no longer married to. He was jobless at the time, and we had a child, and it's just, our lack of money and just, needing basically just finances is what led me into the industry. He was completely supportive of it, even though I was hesitant and really didn't want to get into it. He was very encouraging. I started out by stripping, and then that led to the porn industry, and he was basically my manager. Mm-hmm. He was the one who got me jobs and stuff. He made all the contacts for me, and I just basically, did the work and gave him the money, and that was basically how I got into it. He managed my site, so he was basically in charge of my so-called career at the time. I was in for about 6 months. By the time I got out, I was at the end of my rope. I was, suffering from serious depression. I actually had to go into the hospital for self-mutilation, and it was just, I knew going into it I shouldn't have done it, and, but after 6 months I was just shredded, and, by the time I got out, a few months later, he basically divorced me, told me to get out of the house, and after that I was homeless. I went to stay with a friend, got heavily involved in drugs. It was just, downward from there. I lost my daughter, lost my marriage, pretty much lost everything. And I know that it's by the grace of God that I even survived, because I went through that. I got hooked up with another boyfriend who we lived together. He pretty much abused me. He hated the fact that I'd been in porn and pretty much reminded me every day what trash I was, and beat me and basically almost killed me before I got out of there. And, I was homeless again, went to stay with a friend, got involved in the drug scene again. It was just, by the grace of God, he brought me back. I remember I was at work listening to the radio, and they have a Christian radio station in my area, and I was just listening to the teaching, and I just felt the Lord just, calling me back, and that's how I came back to him. Just, I was at the end of my rope, and he brought me through, and here I am, live to tell about it. Praise the Lord.
So you got out of porn, and you went through a couple of relationships, and you said that you heard God's voice on the radio. So did you get saved while listening to the radio station, or did you go to a church, or how did you get saved?
Well, I was raised in the church, so I knew the gospel, and I knew it was real. I was raised in the church up until college, and so I knew the gospel. But when I heard the radio, when I heard the teachers on the radio, and I knew that I had to come back to the Lord. I had no choice. My life was going nowhere. I had lost everything. And, there comes a point in your life where, you have to go back to God, because he is the only one who's going to heal you, and he's the only one who's going to, bring you out of where you are. And that's what I knew I had to do. And he was just so gentle about it and so wonderful. And I know that it's by his grace I survived, because there was a couple times I should have been dead. My ex-boyfriend basically almost killed me, and I escaped that relationship. Um, I could have been put away for going crazy, which I did at one point, and but it was by the grace of God that He pulled me through all that. But I know that my experience in the porn industry was a huge factor in me losing everything and me getting to that place.
Okay, you talked about like dealing with drug abuse and cutting, and you went in the hospital. How did you get recovery through all of that?
You know, when I came to God, He helped me kick the habit because I was smoking pot, I was smoking meth, I was involved in some pretty heavy drug activity, and I came to Him, and He was the one. I don't know how He did it. He was the one who got me out of that. He was the one who gave me the incentive to stop using, because before I came to the Lord, I never became physically addicted, but I continued to use because I really had no reason not to use. I had lost everything, and I was just in such depression. And when I came to the Lord, just His love and His grace and just His amazing patience and just, getting into the Word, that was the only thing that gave me a reason to stop. And it was because of His love and because I wanted to please Him and because He basically made me fall, so back in love with Him that I stopped. And I haven't smoked pot. I haven't smoked meth in I think it's been like 3 years now. I've been saved for about 5 years now, and it's by His grace. I mean, He delivered me from cigarettes. He delivered me from drugs. He delivered me from depression. I mean, I was given lithium, and hospitalized. Mm-hmm. But he has just done such a transformation in my life that I'm just living by faith and just living on His grace, and it's been enough to bring me through it. He has truly done an amazing work in my life.
Okay, we're going to take our first break with you, April, and I'm going to play a song, and then I'll get you back on air, all right?
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody. Doing a good job, April.
Oh, thanks. How long, what was that, about 5 minutes?
No, that was about 8 minutes, about 7 minutes and 40 seconds.